Hi, I'm attorney Dave Maldonado, a seasoned litigator with over a decade of experience in Montana. Have you been injured in a car accident? If so, remember insurance companies want to give you as little money as possible. There's a reason why they have the biggest buildings in the largest cities. Don't let big insurance bully you. Visit BigSkyDefender.com today to see how I can help you get fair compensation for your injuries. The consultation's free and the fight's real.
And I felt like our team was so dialed in defensively that it really did disrupt them. Our keys coming in, we needed to take care of the ball and we needed to out-rebound. And I felt like in the second half, we did both of those things at a very elite level. So just really proud of the team and excited to be playing in the championship for a second straight year.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now open up to any questions you guys have for our two players.
Regan, hey, Colter Nuanez from Skyline Sports. How do you think you guys did this in terms of the pace of the game? I mean, it seemed like you guys controlled the pace from start to finish. They're hard to control the pace against, so how important was that?
Yeah, they're a super athletic team, super fast team. We knew that they played yesterday, so we kind of wanted to use that to our advantage since we did have a day off. So we wanted to keep the tempo high, just keep transitioning quick, picking up the ball quick, giving pressure, just really taking advantage of that game that they just played yesterday.
And Sophie, you're from here, right?
Yeah,
so I mean, first time playing in the Big Sky tournament in Boise, what's the experience like for you?
I watched them play here like growing up all the time, so just like actually playing here was super cool. Like one of my childhood dreams, just like coming true. So.
Regan, you were everywhere in every play tonight. What helped you stay aggressive?
Yeah, I mean, I had a rough little start there, but I don't know, I feed off my teammates really, and I just think everyone on the court, on the bench, we're all giving each other energy. No matter if things were going our way or they weren't, we were all just really wanting to take advantage of this moment, and the fact that we're in the semis was super cool. We have a lot of new kids on our team this year, so it was new, but the energy was high the whole time, and I really just fed off of the positive energy that the team was giving out.
Sophie, I believe it's your first career double-double. How much does that mean to you to have this type of performance in playoffs?
It was so cool. I've been hoping to have a good game for a while now, so having a double-double was just super cool today. So, yeah.
Regan, you guys were in the same position last year, getting to the championship game, and couldn't quite get over the hump there. Now you coming back for another year, getting that same spot with an eye on the prize tomorrow. What is that going to mean to you, getting that other chance to do that again?
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, I was here last year. Montana has been here before. She's won the thing before. The twins, Emily. So we have some experience on our team that we haven't had before. So I think it will be really helpful going into that game. But I mean, tensions are still high. Emotions can get the best of us. But I think it helps that half our team has been in this position, and hopefully we can just keep it going.
Sophie, both teams are pretty active today on the offensive glass, and I think that's kind of where both teams really try to focus on. How important was that sort of getting those second, third chance points, especially for someone like you? That's something that you've been able to do all season.
I think it's just super important. Like, it's just who wants to get the ball more, and today, like, I have days where I want to and days where I don't. And I think that today was just one of those days that I just really wanted to get those moments.
Regan, you guys, we've already alluded to last year, but you guys lost a lot of key players in last year's rotation. What, from your perspective, has allowed you guys to rebound and make it right back to where you were last year?
I mean, last year we were a deep team. We were a little bit younger. We're still pretty young, but I just think the girls that were here last year, they really filled the role of those girls, and just our whole team, I guess vibe, I want to say. We work hard every day. We go in, we work hard. Even if things aren't going our way, we're still going to work. We're not going to give up. And that's something that's really special about this team is whoever you put on the floor, we know they're going to give it their all.
Sophie, is it intimidating at all coming in? Obviously, it is your hometown, like we mentioned. You've been here as a kid plenty of times, but is it intimidating coming in as a freshman to this?
A little bit, just because it's like I'm from here, my family's all here. Like, I want to play good for my family, I want to play good for my friends, stuff like that. But I think it also fuels me a lot because I had a good high school career here, like stuff like that. So yeah, it's intimidating, but it also energizes me.
Thank you both. We'll now open up to any questions you guys may have for Coach.
Loree, Regan's kind of perfected the drive to the right and then throw it back over the top of her head to the corner. How much patience does it take as a coach to allow her to do that? Because, I mean, that's become one of the most devastating weapons in the league.
Whew, she's been doing it for 5 years. I figured last year we might as well start getting used to it now. She's a phenomenal player. She sees the floor so well. And the decision making that she is doing in the fourth quarter of big games is at an elite level. I mean, she's scoring, she's able to find the open players, and she's not turned the ball. She had a couple turnovers in the first half, but down the stretch, she was taking care of the ball. She was really running our team in a way that really allowed us to kind of spread that gap and then finish really, really strong.
You guys were so poised today. I mean, did you expect that just coming in to this, and how important was that element?
Our offensive system is up and down. We're a high-scoring, high-tempo team, and I think the maturity of our team really shined in that fourth quarter when we had a little bit of a lead. You're never comfortable with a lead as a coach, but we had that lead, we had that buffer, and we kind of made a mindset shift of like, hey, let's manage this clock, let's get really great shots. Like we can get a good shot within the first probably 15 seconds of any possession, but the patience that they had to be able to work it to get the ball in her hands with under 10 seconds to go, like I would want that in any game. If the shot clock's running down, the ball in her hands, making those decisions. And so I felt like we managed the clock really well, and then we were able to get some really key stops on the defensive end, which allowed us to maintain that spread differential.
Loree, you had quite literally some players take some punches and get right back up. Naya showed a lot of toughness getting right back up after she took that shot to the face, and then Montana went down, and it looked like she really tried her best to get back into the game, got her getting her knee taped up. What does that say about your players with that physical toughness, and how is Montana feeling after tonight?
Yeah, I think our kids respond really well. They're tough. I mean, it's fun to see them be able to respond and not get passive. I mean, Naya took a shot, they couldn't get her nose to stop bleeding, but they finally did, and she came in, and I think she hit like 3 buckets. So, she's grown a lot in that she used that as complete motivation and got back out there and was able to do some really great things. Montana will obviously check on her and see what's going on, but not really sure where that leaves us. But just really proud of the other kids that stepped up and filled some really big roles.
Coach, it felt like it was going to be a back and forth game going into halftime. Obviously, you guys had struggled to create any separation, and then in the second half, you guys held them to just over 20% shooting. Was there any halftime adjustment, or did you see something different from your players in that second half?
Kind of talking to what Regan said, they had played yesterday, and so we really talked about the second half being an advantage to us if we could maintain our tempo, and this is where our training at 7,000 feet in Flagstaff comes into play, our day off in between comes into play, and so we just kept running, and I know our players were tired, but they weren't as tired, and that was definitely a huge advantage for us to just push tempo and continue to making them have to sprint back on defense, and I felt like it was really successful for us.
And then offensive rebounding, you guys got out rebounded on offense, but it kind of didn't feel that way. It felt like every possession where you guys got an offensive rebound, you got 2 or 3. How big was it to just keep getting those shots and keep converting on those possessions?
They're one of the best rebounding teams in the conference, and a lot of those came, at the end. I mean, their season was about to be over, and they're going to do everything they can to put all their effort and energy into the game as it starts to wind down. So they got a few awards towards the end, but I felt like our mindset in rebounding was at a really high level. It was one of the keys. We said if we can take care of the ball and win the rebounding battle, that just gives us extra possessions, and if our team has extra possessions, we're in a great position to win any game. So, I think those offensive rebounds for us put us in a great position to score, and just trying to keep them off the offensive rebounds and making sure that they weren't as efficient in their second chance points.
About 25 hours to the championship game now, so what's that next 24 plus look like for you guys?
First of all, find out who we play. There's 2 really good teams about to tip off. A little bit of rest, a little bit of recovery, obviously diving into the scout once we know who our opponent is, and then I heard there's another big men's game tonight. NAU is playing in the semis, so we will be here cheering in full force, hoping that we can get our men to the championship as well.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
In just a few minutes, small business owners can now sign up for Blackfoot Communication Services. Whether it's dependable voice options or internet services, sign up simply by visiting blackfootsmallbusiness.com. Click on the services you wish, select an installation time and date, and you're done. Small business services at the touch of your fingers. Connect to more with Blackfoot Communications and blackfootsmallbusiness.com.
Coach, when you're ready, we'll begin with your opening statement.
Wow, just so proud of this group and how hard they've worked over the course of the season, and to go out there and defend like they did against a really good offensive ball club. That's 2 games in a row that this group's been just really dialed in defensively. And all year we've kind of been hanging our hat on our offense. And but March, to advance in March, you got to defend and rebound, and we've done that. So just we're really excited about the opportunity to go compete and try to earn a berth into the big dance.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now open up to any questions you guys may have for our 2 players.
Isnelle, you had a very good game. Your play early in the third was sort of the beginning of a turning point where you guys made that big run, and your physical play throughout the game. What was it about the way you played that made you so successful tonight?
Probably my unsuccessful attempts in my first half. During halftime, we as a team collectively talked, and coach encouraged me so much, as he always does, that reminding me that I need to continue doing what I do, and because I know what I can do. Nothing changes, no matter who and what jerseys are they wearing. My game needs to keep going because this team needs me and I need my team. I knew that because coach lets me play, it means that he trusts me in my abilities, and my teammates as well. And my job is to deliver for them, no matter who I'm playing against, how many people are in the stands. And I knew that I need to give everything to this game, everything, because there is no tomorrow if we lose. That's why I gave it my all.
And then, Jordan, when a team is struggling the way that Portland State did with those really large stretches without a point, what's sort of the mood on the court and on the bench?
On the court, we knew we had to get defensive stops. I mean, they're struggling as it is. Our offense was picking up, and so in order for our offense to keep the momentum, we had to get stops, and the defense, like Coach said, in March, defense and rebounds wins games.
Isnelle, that's 2 days where you've really changed the momentum of the game. What is it, we talked about it a little bit, but what is it that's allowed you to step in and really maybe be the most valuable player of the tournament so far?
Excuse me if I repeat myself, but once again, it's my Hornets. My team, my girls, and my coach and his staff, we worked so hard pre-season, during season, to create good relationships, good connections, to give everyone confidence in their own game. The fact that my coach trusts me and my teammates encourages me, gives me all the power I need, and then it's on me to deliver for my team. Even when I struggle, I try to focus back on this principle.
Jordan, you're moving on to a team that swept you guys in the regular season, but that doesn't tell the full story. Obviously, it took everything for them to beat you at the Nest. And what does it mean to be getting a rematch with Northern Arizona in the championship game?
We're hungry. We are hungry. We want this game. This is it. We leave it all on the court. That's pretty much it.
Anything else for the players? Ladies, thank you.
Good job.
Thank
guys.
you.
Good job.
Now we'll open up for any questions you guys have for Coach.
Coach, obviously a great game. Obviously the top-heavy game, starting 5, score all your points. What are you going to have to do? Do you think that's going to be something that can work going into the championship game, or do you think you're going to have to make some adjustments against NAU?
Yeah, each opponent, you have a different game plan, a different subbing rotation. And so every game you got to figure out what gives your team the best chance to win. So we're going to dive into that scout, and we know those guys well, and we'll put together our game plan and walk through it with the team tonight and do the film study, and we're going to be ready to go tomorrow.
What sort of things, looking at NAU, can you use this next night, this next day to sort of see what they kind of do well? Any take from their game today? Can any of that be helpful?
Oh, you're always studying it, but Coach Payne does an awesome job. She's got a very talented group, and they push the tempo and play fast, and they run their 4 out, and they really put a lot of pressure on you with their dribble penetration. And so you gotta do a good job taking away those things. And we had a great battle with them in our last game, and so we're excited to have another opportunity to compete against them. But this is what these guys play for. This is what you dream of as a kid, is to have a chance to play in March Madness. And I know this is the first time in school history that we've ever had a chance to do this. And so the team's excited, the staff's excited, and at this point, I think adrenaline is going to kick in, and you got 40 minutes, and somebody's going to be dancing and hear their name called on Sunday.
Hey, Coach, you've defended well against Portland all season, keeping them under 60 in every game that you've played against them, and statistically, today was your best defensive performance. Did you make any adjustments compared to the last few attempts, or just kept it the same?
Yeah, there's some subtle adjustments, but our team and our staff, you got to defend and rebound to win in March, and they're all in and bought in, and they've been laser focused on that. And just over the course of the season, Portland State runs a lot of pick and roll action. Our pick and roll defense has just continued to get better throughout the year, and I think this was our best game defending the pick and roll. And so, just really proud of this group. We've been saying for a long time, our defense is going to dictate how far we can go with this thing. And the last 2 games, Idaho is another really good offensive ball club, and I think we did a great job defending them as well. So it's going to take great effort tomorrow to beat these guys.
Coach, we talked yesterday about holding Bion's B to 3 points in the first half, and obviously today you held Esmeralda at 2-5 and Jada at 4, 2 players who were having outstanding tournaments. Were they circled on your game plan, or was it just kind of let's prevent everything?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, kids like B and Esmeralda, they're on every game that they play. Every team's trying to figure out how to slow those kids down, and she's talented. She missed some open shots. I want to give Jordan a lot of credit. She was hounding her and did a tremendous job just making her work and not get any clean looks. I mean, the kid's shooting over 40% from 3, whenever every team knows they don't want to give her a 3. And so she is an elite shooter, elite playmaker. And Jordan did a heck of a job in our post. Izzy and Katie Pinawetta in the pick and roll defense played a huge role in that. And so it was a great team effort. But sometimes kids like that, sometimes you just have an off night. And today she couldn't quite get it going.
And then we've talked about it a little bit, but can we just get your initial thoughts on the Northern Arizona matchup for you guys?
Yeah. First of all, we're pumped. The kids are excited, and you got to remind them, hey, you got to go take an ice bath, and you got to make sure you hydrate and do all the stuff we got to do to get your bodies ready. But this is the ultimate. You got a chance. You're 40 minutes away from punching a ticket to the big dance. That's why we do this. Especially in our league, it's a 1-bid league. And so our goal, we've been saying it, let's play our best basketball in March. And we keep growing in all the different areas. And our defense it's gotten a lot better, and it's at the point where it needs to be to compete for a title. And so it's going to be fun, and they're a great ball club. 2 different totally schemes of what we're trying to do. So it should be fun to watch.
Thank you, Coach.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Chapter.